I'm Dave Hartmann, work at BMF as the planning director here in Sydney. I guess talking about the dreams in general and creativity, and a lot of work we've done on them with the As You Dreamt It project, the recent one we did a few years ago, and a pretty crazy new ambitious version we're getting to the pointy end of working on at the moment. So As You Dreamt It was a project we started a couple of years ago at BMF, and the idea was really to take people with recurring dreams and partner them with photographers to recreate those dreams in the real world. Same place, same people, same scenarios, all to then be photographed and shared in a public exhibition. So it was a way really for people to share something that's otherwise abstract and locked in people's minds, which is their recurring dreams. This was a girl that, called Camilla that at the time worked at BMF, and she shared us with a dream, and it's one of those dreams that when you first hear it almost sounds slightly ridiculous, but when she was telling us about it, she was quite literally teary-eyed, so it was quite a significant dream for her. So she has this dream, and she's had it for quite a few years, where she's a younger version of herself, and she stood in a very small, dark, quite cramped space, and she's holding a tall pile of very heavy books. And she said she's got this kind of quite frail body at the time, and she's feeling the weight of the books, and she's terrified that she can't hold them because she knows if she drops just one book, something terrible will happen. She just doesn't know what that consequence will be, but she certainly doesn't want to find out. So it's this kind of, it's almost like a nightmare for her, holding these books that she knows she has to hold on to, but she doesn't know for how much longer she can. So it was a really hard challenge for the photographer to do that justice, and to get it right. So what you're looking at there is half Camilla as a child and half Camilla today, and then built that sort of environment that she spoke of, which was that small cramped space actually out of mattresses. So it was a small kind of almost little room built out of mattresses. So that's where we came across this new idea for the project called As You Dreamt It Woodville. And to give some background, where it really came about was we found a housing estate out in Western Sydney, just a few hours outside of, about half an hour outside of Parramatta on Woodville Road. And it's a really unique place in that about a year ago or 2 years ago, 90 residents were all thrown in together from every corner of the world: Iran, Iraq, Sierra Leone, Afghanistan. So a wonderful, fascinating place, but the challenge there is none of them speak the same language, or few of them speak the same language, and most importantly, there's just very little community there. There's a real fear factor. People hide behind their doors, and very few people talk. And I think you realize, especially where a lot of these people have come from, that community is such an important thing. And so really what we wanted to do is look at how can we use the sort of core of this project, which is an ability to share quite intimate pieces of ourselves with each other, to try build some community and empathy in that housing complex. So say, for example, there was this one lady here, quite an amazing story. She grew up in Iran and was part of a religion called the Baha'i religion, which she follows. And in Iran, it's seen more like a political movement, so it's heavily persecuted. And if you're known to be from that religion, you're denied any form of education, any form of employment at all. So, pretty much impossible to live, and you kind of live a secret identity. And at the end, they had to escape and ended up in Australia. So when we asked her about her dreams, she talked about, since she came here, she's been having a dream, she just said, of flying over her life in the western suburbs. But as we started to, with the photographer, ask her more and more, we actually understood probably the most powerful thing about it was not so much that sense of newfound freedom that she feels here, but when she was looking down from the sky, she looked past all the people that were left in Iran from her Baha'i community who were still there. And so there was this kind of bittersweet thing for her of feeling this newfound freedom of being in a place in Australia now where she could be who she is and practice what she believes in without worry of persecution, yet looking down on all the people that she's left behind and almost the guilt that she carries for that. So it's often when you start to dig a little bit deeper that some of the most powerful things come out. The amazing thing is, I think, when the penny drops for a lot of people about why we're doing it, and this ability to sort of build community that they don't have here, but really value from their former lives, I think instantly they start to open up and start to be really enthusiastic about what this project is there to do.